I'm excited to check out this trailer for Denis Villeneuve's Dune, especially because when we step outside in California right now, it looks like Blade Runner 2049. I know this is based on a beloved book. I know it's based on an especially beloved David Lynch movie.
It's terrific.
What did you see? There's a crusade coming. Do you often dream things that happen just as you dream them?
God, I wish I could do my hair like his. It's impossible.
The test is simple. Remove your hand from the box, and you die.
Oof.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
You inherit too much power. You have proven you can rule yourself. Now you must learn to rule others. Something none of your ancestors learned.
That looks straight out of Rise of Skywalker.
He's losing it. He's getting a richer one. He'll lose that one too. Arrakis is a death trap.
Whoa.
This is an extermination. They're picking my family off one by one. Let's fight like demons. An animal caught in a trap will gnaw off its own leg to escape. What will you do? I know you.
I know that you know that I know you.
Looks so weird without a beard.
I know.
All of civilization depends on it.
That dude's in one of the Ip Man movies.
I can see it.
Beyond fear.
I must not fear. Fear is the mind killer. Hello, Duke. Where the fear is gone, only I will remain.
Oh. You getting the worm?
This dude just ups his ante with visuals every time.
Wow!
Boom! Beautiful.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful.
It does indeed. Did I say Eli Roth had a writing credit?
I hope so.
Yeah, I want his humor. He came in and did a punch up to make it more fun.
Yeah, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
That looks fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny that Denis Villeneuve's doing this because when he picked up for Blade Runner 2049, I thought he'd be a perfect director. I'm not a big fan of the original Blade Runner, yet I associate some of his style that's a little bit akin to Ridley Scott. With this one, I was like, his style, there's some mood and ambiance and tone that can remind me of David Lynch qualities.
Yeah.
Editing this back, I realized I didn't finish my point. I felt that Denis Villeneuve improved upon Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049 while his style is similar to Ridley Scott's in some ways. And while I feel like there's parts of his style that remind me of David Lynch's, I feel like this will be a much better adaptation than what David Lynch provided.
That original David Lynch one, that's a film he practically disowns.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie. It's not. I only watched about an hour and 10 minutes of it last week. I was like, I can't do this. I can't sit through this anymore. This is rough. And then I turned it off and I was like, oh, this is like a terribly received film. I didn't realize it was this like really panned movie
Yeah.
and that he disowned it. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, thank God. I don't feel bad for turning this off now.
There are multiple cuts of David Lynch's Dune. Some have Alan Smithy on the director credits.
Yeah.
Some have a totally different writing credit, even though he wrote it. And it's funny because to look at this trailer and to look at that movie, like most of the events are here. Like there's a lot that is similar and the same. But yeah, this movie looks like it's going to have a lot more of a cohesive mood and a tone. Because the biggest problem, in the immortal words of Jason Dolan, our buddy, Dune is a movie that you perhaps appreciate, but it just doesn't have like a pace or a tone really that can grab you, and this looks like Denis Villeneuve is going to really bring that essence, because it's not, like a tech future so much as it is about like societies and things like that.
Well, I heard the 84 film is not that faithful to the book. I heard that they like borrow a lot of elements, but they change a lot there. And then here I heard that Denis is aiming to make this a two-parter, if I'm not mistaken, to like really complete the movie that it's supposed to be a couple of films. I imagine that with this first installment that they're planning to set out to make it, this will still feel like a complete movie on its own, but to really finalize the story, you would need a two-parter. That's what I believe that they're going for. From what we're getting in terms of what we know from Denis' past work, and then seeing it here, I'm loving the atmosphere. I'm loving the overall tone and the visual effects department. Like that's one thing with the David Lynch film that I did like was the production design and the makeup. That was all great. Here, like he really has mastered the art of how to capture visual effects from Arrival to Blade Runner now to here. It's solid work. He's like reunited with a couple of players here, Josh Brolin and Dave Bautista. Dave Bautista and Oscar Isaac can't seem to escape space movies or sci-fi movies. That shot of Oscar Isaac that was circulating the web looks like Poe Dameron, like an older version in Rise of Skywalker. That's what it looks like. Yeah,
bitter after the events of that movie.
And I can't help but think, like, when you see Zendaya and Timothee Chalamet, because of their age groups and because of what Timothee Chalamet looks like, I do think of Tom Holland and Zendaya whenever I see them in the same shot together.
Yeah, for sure.
Timothée Chalamet is an amazing actor. The Dune fan base for the novel is very hardcore.
Oh, yeah.
I'm really under the impression that Denis is aiming to really honor the book and honor to satisfy that fan base, if anything. Yet, knowing the kind of director he is, he'll take an artistic freedom here or there.
Well, I have to imagine, because, like, judging by Arrival, that's a sci-fi movie that has a lot on its mind, and it's about communication, and it's very theoretical, and it's not as much engrossed in technology and cool action and stuff. And I feel like that's the best thing going for this movie, because there's a lot of cool stuff about Dune. There are mind-altering drugs and crazy planets with all their different designs, but it's really, from what I gather, the book is more about societies of the future, and it's about ecology and things like that are more theoretical and thematic, and I hope that Denis Villeneuve can bring that.
I think this is going to have the same issue that Blade Runner 2049 had, where that trailer sort of marketed as a very like action-packed, cool sci-fi epic. If you're familiar at all with like what you're talking about thematically, this is more of a heady sci-fi film with a lot on its mind, thematic explorations. While I'm sure there's going to be some cool action to be had, like it makes sense why you get Jason Momoa for a certain character, and then they're showcasing all these action scenes, which I'm sure will be cool.
Oh, there's definitely war and stuff, and I mean, the story of Paul Atreides is a bit of an origin tale anyway, so.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I think people will be like, oh, there's a lot more heady than I anticipated it to be.
Yeah. You're going to have to wait a while before your worm battle.
I mean, that's the thing with all of Denis, like, not all, but like his sci-fi films. Arrival and Blade Runner 2049 both had those kind of marketings where it was like, oh, it's going to be like crazy action.
What is this? Yeah,
and then you watch it and it's not,
No, we got to learn its language.
From the sequences that you get here, especially like with Jason Momoa, or the training sequence that you get with Josh Brolin and Timothée Chalamet, there's going to be some cool action and some cool visual effects to behold here. I'm just excited that I feel like he'll probably knock it out of the, I'm like 99% confident he's going to knock it out of the park and give us a Dune movie worthy of the novel, which I haven't read.
He's that guy now where if I hear he's making something, and especially something that's difficult to make, I'm like, until he really screws something up, he's got it.
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
Of course. And that quote, because they've released a trailer teaser yesterday, I must not fear fear is the mind killer. I think making that a big part of the theme for this movie is going to be a really great thing for him to capitalize on, you know, especially for something that deals so much with like superhuman level of thought.
It's very
No one didn't
mantra.
really talk about the spice in here, did they? Well, it's funny about this one is that even though it's an official trailer, it's a 3-minute trailer. It feels like an official trailer, yet it also simultaneously feels like a teaser trailer.
Well, yeah, because all you really get is the world and a taste of the stakes.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
a
the
Pink
basic
Floyd
stakes.
song.
And a Pink Floyd song, yeah. Alejandro Jodorowsky would be proud.
Yeah, this looks great. This looks amazing. I think it's gonna be awesome. All right, guys, what did you see the Dune? Well, it obviously did. What do you think of the Dune trailer? Leave your thoughts down below. Do you think it's gonna be better than the Lynch adaptation? I feel like all of us are gonna be feeling that way.
I think David Lynch feels that way.
Are you such a purist that you're like, don't even try, just read the book? I'm not going to anytime soon. Maybe I'll put it on an audiobook. Space it out over the course of 6 months. 10 minutes a day.
No, incremental progress is good.
All right, guys, well, you can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Click that notification bell. Last but not least, let's do a Bradley Bledsoe. Bradley surprised us over the weekend with something beautiful. Was not expecting this, and I'm very grateful for it. He surprised us with a brand new banner. And the second we got it, I was like, this is it. This is the banner right here. Been wanting a new banner. He knocked it out of the park. He nailed it. Please follow this guy on YouTube. Sketchy Studios is the name of his channel. I watched this beautiful essay he did on Joker. Recently watched his Bill and Ted Face the Music video. This guy has a great YouTube channel. He's a wonderful editor. He does some experimental content as well. He's a really funny guy, loyal as hell.
And a musician. Go check out Bradley Lovestar on the Spotify, wherever you get your music.
Exactly.
Groove along.
Thank you so much, Bradley, for being you. Love the hell out of the new banner. Much love to you, brother.